What if you could peer beyond the veil of life and death? Maybe know the ultimate destinies of those who have passed? And what if a revered spiritual master chose to reveal these fates, but, well, left out a significant group, sparking a question that actually unlocks this huge cosmic revelation?
Yeah, that's exactly the journey we're on today here on the Deep Dive. We're plunging into an ancient text, the Janavasabha Sutta, and it's not just some dry document. It's really a remarkable narrative.
Right.
It starts with this compassionate revelation, moves through a devoted disciple's, burning question, and then culminates in this extraordinary report from, well, a celestial realm.
You're going to gain some, I think, pretty surprising insights into spiritual attainment, the nature of reality beyond, let's say, human perception, and frankly, the timeless principles of profound understanding. Our entire deep dive today is guided by just one single rich source, the 5 Janavasabhasuttaṃ.md.
So our mission, really, is to unpack this intricate narrative. We want to reveal the profound spiritual nuggets, the honestly fascinating details of heavenly realms, and the powerful teachings that emerge from what you can only call a truly cosmic conversation.
Okay, let's unpack this then. So the sutta opens, the Buddha is residing in Nadika at the Ginyakavasatha. And he's doing something quite extraordinary.
Yeah.
He's making very specific declarations about the post-death destinies of recently deceased followers from various regions, Kanakosala, Vajimala, Sedivasa, Kurupanyakala, and Machasudasana. He's basically telling everyone exactly where these departed disciples have ended up.
And these weren't vague pronouncements at all, were they? The
Yeah.
Buddha was incredibly precise about the levels of spiritual attainment for those Nadika disciples who'd passed on.
Okay.
Like, for instance, he declared that over 50 of them were spontaneously reborn, Upatekaka, and had attained final liberation. That's parinibbana.
Parinibbana, okay.
Meaning they would never return to a lower state, having completely shed what are called the 5 lower fetters, Orambhagyana, Sanyajana, Parikaya.
So no more rebirths for them in, less favorable realms? That's a pretty big deal.
Huge deal.
Then there were over 90 Nadika disciples declared once returners, Sakadekamino.
Right, meaning they're destined to come back to the human realm only one more time to fully end suffering. They'd shed 3 fetters and significantly weakened greed, hatred, and delusion, Ragadasa Mahana Tanuta, just one more round, basically.
Okay, almost there. And then an even larger group, over 500 Nadika disciples.
Yeah, these were the stream enterers, Sotapana. So these individuals are assured of not falling into lower states, like animal realms or hell realms.
Right.
And they're firmly on the path, Sambuddhiparayana, destined for full enlightenment, having also shed 3 fetters. You can see these are very distinct, significant spiritual milestones. Yeah, each one marks a specific stage.
Absolutely. And you can imagine the surviving Nadika disciples were just absolutely delighted by these announcements. I mean, wouldn't you be?
Go first. Relief, joy.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Ananda, one of the Buddha's closest disciples, he hears all these declarations and privately thinks about them. Then he goes to the Buddha with this really poignant question. Why, he asks, hasn't the Buddha announced the destinies of the many deceased Magadha disciples? He's especially thinking about King Bimbisara of Magadha.
Ah, Bimbisara, a really righteous king, renowned for his...
That's the heart of Ananda's concern, isn't it? And it's a powerful moment. So after Ananda leaves, the Buddha, having returned from his alms round in Nadika, dedicates himself to this deep mental inquiry. He's looking into the destinies of those Magadha disciples.
Intensely focusing. The text says, Ahikatva, Manasikatva, really concentrating deeply to see their future abodes, and he directly perceives their destinies.
Okay. So later, Ananda observes the Buddha, and his face is remarkably serene, very clear. It suggests he's just come out of this profound, peaceful meditation. And then the Buddha reveals something truly extraordinary. He says he heard a voice after Ananda left, proclaiming, I am Janavasabha, the Sugata.
Janavasabha.
Yeah, Ananda is astonished. He admits he'd never heard such a name before, but he felt, and this is a great detail, goosebumps, lomane halani, clearly indicating he sensed something powerful, some extraordinary being.
Wow, goosebumps. So who is this Janavasabha?
Well, the revelation doesn't stop there. The voice's owner, who is identified as a yaksha, a type of spirit, Janavasabha, then appears in this magnificent form.
Okay.
And he dramatically reveals his true identity. I am Bimbisara, the Sugata.
It's King Bimbisara, reborn.
Yes, reborn. He explains this is actually his 7th rebirth as a companion of Vasavana, who's one of the 4 great kings of the heavens.
Isn't it time? Wow.
He still holds the potential to be reborn as a king among humans, and remarkably, he recalls 14 past dwelling places. 14!
Think about that. It's not just a rebirth. It's like this conscious continuation of his spiritual journey across lifetimes, across realms. He declares he's long recognized himself as not fallen of Inipato, so he won't go to lower realms, and expresses a hope for eventually becoming a once-returner, Sakadagamata.
So he's already made significant progress on the path, even in the heavenly realms.
Absolutely. Ananda, quite understandably, expresses profound wonder at these extraordinary attainments.
And what's truly striking is Janavasabha Bimbisara attributes his attainments solely to the Buddha's teaching and his unwavering faith in the Buddha. Nothing else.
That's powerful.
He then explains why he appeared. He says he was on an errand for Vesavana when he happened to observe the Buddha, deeply focused on the Magadha disciples' destinies.
Ah, so he saw the Buddha investigating.
Right. And he decided to approach the Buddha, both to pay his respects, see the Buddha, and also to report this significant observation he'd made earlier.
It's fascinating, this continuity. We often think of life and death as these distinct, sharp breaks, right? But the sutta gives such a vivid picture of interconnectedness. This former king, now a divine being, he's still deeply engaged with the Dhamma, even recalls past lives.
Yeah, it totally highlights that spiritual progress isn't just confined to one human lifespan. It stretches across different planes of existence. So Janavasabha, the reborn King Bimbisara, then tells the Buddha about this significant event that happened earlier.
Okay, what was that?
On a full moon Uposatha night, during the rainy season, all the devas, the gods of the Tāvatiṃsa heaven, were assembled in the Sudhamma assembly hall. Picture this vast divine gathering. The four great kings, Jatara, Virohaka, Virupaka, and Vesavana, are seated in their respective directions, north, south, east, west, surrounded by just countless other devas. A huge assembly.
Okay, quite a scene. And what happened?
Well, what truly stood out, this striking observation they all made, was that the devas who had recently passed away from the human realm,
Yeah.
the ones who had diligently practiced the holy life, the Brahmacharya, under the Buddha, they actually outshone all the other devas in splendor and glory. Their radiance, their fame, it was noticeably superior.
So the newcomers were brighter.
Much brighter. And the Tāvatiṃsa devas were absolutely overjoyed. They started proclaiming divine bodies are increasing, asura bodies are decreasing.
Ah, the asuras, often seen as, well, less beneficial beings, right? So this wasn't just a numbers game.
Exactly. It signifies a cosmic positive shift, like a flourishing of enlightened states, all thanks to the Buddha's teachings impacting human lives, which then impacts the heavens.
Right, so the good guys are winning, basically.
Kind of, yeah. Sakka, who's the king of these devas, then recited verses of joy. He's praising the Tathagata, the Buddha, and the sheer excellence of the Dhamma. He specifically highlighted how the Buddha's disciples, these newly arrived devas, surpassed all the others in beauty, fame, and even lifespan, demonstrating their superior attainment. The Tāvatiṃsa devas just rejoiced even more intensely.
So even the king of the gods is acknowledging this.
Absolutely. And then the four great kings, they deliberated and agreed upon the matters discussed. It shows this isn't just a celestial party. There's a genuine hierarchy, a shared understanding even among these divine beings about the profound impact of the Dhamma.
It really suggests that spiritual progress made here, in the human realm, has these tangible, visible effects way up in the divine realms.
Precisely. It underlines that the Dhamma's influence isn't just stuck on earth. It's a universal truth, acknowledged and celebrated across different planes.
That's amazing.
And now, this is where it really gets, mind-bending after this discussion among the devas.
Okay, what now?
A magnificent light and radiance appeared from the north. A light that surpassed the power, the splendor of even the devas themselves. It signaled the imminent arrival of a Brahma.
A Brahma. Okay, that's another level up entirely.
Right. Sakka announces this as a pre-manifestation, Pubbanimittai, of Brahma, like a sign he's coming.
Got it.
Brahma Sanaṅkumāra then appeared. But he did it by manifesting a gross form, meaning a form that Tāvatiṃsa devas could actually perceive, because his natural form is apparently beyond their sight.
Okay, so what did he look like?
He took the form of a youth with 5 top knots, sitting cross-legged in the air. But even this manifested form outshone all the devas. Like the text says, pure gold outshines a human form.
Whoa.
And get this, no deva greeted him, nobody invited him to sit, they all just sat silently, reverently, hands folded. Total respect. Brahma just sat wherever he wished.
And wherever he sat was lucky.
Apparently. The deva whose couch he chose experienced immense joy and delight. Then Brahma Sanaṅkumāra also recited verses of joy, echoing Sakka's praise of the Buddha and the Dhamma, confirming, again, the superior radiance of the Buddha's disciples.
So even Brahma is confirming this.
Yes, and his voice.
Oh.
This sutta describes it as having 8 incredible qualities: distinct, understandable, pleasing, audible, resonant, unwavering, deep, and resounding a Brahmasara.
A divine voice.
Truly. And here's a fascinating detail. He could make himself understood throughout the entire massive assembly without his voice actually extending beyond the assembly hall.
Yeah.
Like perfectly localized, powerful communication.
Wow. Okay, that's some serious skill.
But wait, there's more. What's absolutely unique and quite a display of power is Brahma Sanaṅkumāra's teaching method.
Oh, what did he do?
He then manifested 33 forms of himself.
33.
Yes, sitting on each individual couch of the Tāvatiṃsa devas, addressing them all simultaneously.
Whoa, so like a personal lesson for everyone at the same time?
Exactly. Imagine that. It's not just broadcasting. It's a personalized, direct teaching delivered to everyone at once, an incredible demonstration of focus and mastery.
That is astounding. So what did he teach them? What were these core teachings?
Okay, so Brahma laid out some incredibly profound principles, really a roadmap for anyone on a spiritual path. He began by explaining the blessings of taking refuge and practicing morality.
The fundamentals.
Right. He explained that those who take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha and practice perfect morality, they get reborn in various higher heavens upon death. He lists them: Paranimitavasavati, Nimanarati, Tasita, Yama, Tāvatiṃsa, Katumaharajika realms. Even the lowest level attainers get reborn as Gantaba devas.
So good conduct leads to good rebirths.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But then, crucially, Brahma directly addressed Ananda's earlier concern. Remember Ananda wondering about the Magadha disciples?
Yes. Did he mention them?
He did, explicitly. Brahma confirmed that over 2,400,000 Magadha disciples who had died are now stream enterers.
2.4 million.
Yes. Assured of enlightenment, having shed the 3 fetters. He also mentioned the presence of once-returners and other partakers of merit, emphasizing the sheer vast number. He even says he wouldn't lie to try and count them all.
Wow. So that's the cosmic answer to Ananda's question delivered by Brahma himself. That must have been incredible for the Buddha to hear.
Incredible, and a huge reassurance for the people of Magadha, right? Then Brahma delved into some core principles taught by the Buddha. He started with the 4 bases of power, the Iddhipada.
Ah, the psychic powers.
Well, they are the foundation for developing psychic powers. But what's important here is they also offer a blueprint for achieving intense focus and mastery in, well, any field, really.
Okay, what are they?
There's 1, desire, chanda, but not just a casual wish, like a fervent intention, real commitment. 2, effort, virya, persistent, energetic application. 3, mind, sita, focused attention, clear consciousness. And 4, investigation, analytical insight, deep understanding.
Desire, effort, mind, investigation.
And Brahma stresses that all past, present, and future ascetics and Brahmins who attained psychic powers did so through cultivating these 4 bases. He even uses his own immense power as a living example, saying it's due to these 4.
So it's not just ancient mystical stuff. It's a framework for disciplined achievement, really.
Exactly. Then he described the 3 attainments of happiness, Okasadigama. These are like progressive paths to increasing joy and inner peace.
Okay, paths to happiness. Tell me more.
First, there's the happiness that comes from just freeing yourself from entanglement in sensual pleasures and unwholesome states. Finding joy simply through hearing and practicing the noble Dhamma. Sort of the entry-level happiness.
Right, letting go of the bad stuff, embracing the good.
Second, progressing deeper, finding happiness and joy through the calming of your bodily, verbal, and mental formations, your actions, speech, and thoughts as a result of practicing the Dhamma. Things just settle down inside.
A deeper calm. Okay.
And third, moving from a state of not truly knowing what's wholesome or unwholesome, blamable or not, superior or inferior, to gaining true knowledge, vijja, through the Dhamma. This leads to abandoning ignorance, wisdom arises, and that results in profound happiness.
Ignorance to wisdom. These sound like incredibly practical steps towards real contentment that, well, anyone could work on.
Absolutely. And he also highlighted the 4 foundations of mindfulness, the satipatthana. These are just crucial for attaining wholesome states.
Mindfulness, yes. Always central.
It involves diligent contemplation of the body, kaya, feelings, vedana, the mind, citta, and mental phenomena, or dhammas, dhamma.
Body, feelings, mind, phenomena. Got it.
Practicing these with ardent, effort, clear comprehension, and mindfulness, while really overcoming craving and aversion for the world, leads to right concentration, purification, and the ability to gain insight into your own state and even others. It's a daily practice, right? Not a one-off thing.
Definitely. And did he mention concentration specifically?
He did. He detailed the 7 accessories of right concentration, samadhiparakara. These are what truly lead to his full development. And they might sound familiar.
Let me guess. Noble Eightfold Path components.
Pretty much. Right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, and right mindfulness. These 7, when cultivated, lead directly to right concentration.
And that, in turn,
leads to right knowledge and right liberation. It's presented as this complete interconnected system, showing how each element builds upon the others. You can't really skip steps.
yeah, it all fits together perfectly.
And what's fascinating here is Brahma's powerful, overarching proclamation about the Buddha's Dhamma. He declares it's well-proclaimed, visible here and now, timeless, inviting inspection, leading inwards, to be realized individually by the wise.
Standard attributes of the Dhamma, but coming from Brahma.
Exactly. And he adds, and the doors to the deathless are open. He reaffirms the unwavering faith of those who take refuge in the Triple Gem and practice noble precepts, citing again those vast numbers of Magadha disciples who became stream enterers and once returners. It's like the ultimate cosmic endorsement of the Dhamma's effectiveness.
Wow. So, after all that, what does it all mean? What's the takeaway from this celestial teaching?
Well, Vasuddhana, remember one of the 4 great kings who was listening,
Yeah.
he expresses just deep awe. Awe at such a magnificent teacher. The teaching itself and the incredible attainments achieved through it. It's this moment of divine recognition of the Buddha's profound impact.
Understandable after hearing all that from Brahma.
And Brahma Sanaṅkumāra, apparently reading Vasavana's mind, confirms that such a magnificent teaching, and the resulting attainments existed in the past, they're present now with the Buddha, and they will exist in the future.
So it speaks to the timeless, universal nature of the Dhamma. That's a powerful thought, isn't it? It wasn't just a one-off miracle.
Not at all. And the sutta then meticulously highlights the chain of transmission for this profound knowledge. How did we even get this story?
Right, the provenance. How did it get from Brahma down to, well, us?
It started with Brahma Sanaṅkumāra speaking to the Tāvatiṃsa devas. Vasavana heard it there.
Okay.
Vasavana then reported it to his own assembly. Janavasabha, our reborn King Bimbisara, heard it from Vasavana.
Right, because he's Vasavansa's companion.
Exactly. And Janavasabha then reported it directly to the Buddha when he appeared to him.
Closing the loop back to the Buddha.
Yes. And then the Buddha, having confirmed it himself through his own direct perception, related the whole account to Ananda.
Ananda, who asked the initial question.
The very same. And Ananda, in turn, shared it with the monks, the nuns, and the male and female lay followers. This precise lineage really underscores the authenticity and reliability of these teachings.
It's not just a human understanding, then. It's knowledge validated across cosmic realms, passed down carefully through these revered beings. It's quite the verified cosmic news report.
Exactly. And it all culminates with this affirmation that the holy life proclaimed by the Buddha is prosperous, flourishing, widespread, and well taught to both devas and humans.
Indicating its universal applicability and its, well, undeniable success across all these different realms. It really worked.
Wow. So we've taken a truly remarkable journey today, haven't we?
Yeah.
Starting with the Buddha's specific declarations of destiny.
For the Nadika disciples.
Moving through Ananda's really heartfelt concern for his own people in Magadha.
Yeah, that crucial question.
And then ascending to this incredible cosmic assembly where King Bimbisara, reborn as the Deva Janavasabha, reported on a heavenly gathering.
And where Brahma Sanaṅkumāra himself delivered these profound practical teachings on the path to happiness, psychic power, enlightenment, the works.
It's quite a sutta.
It really is. And this ancient deep dive, I think it reveals that the quest for knowledge, for happiness, for liberation, it's not just confined to us here in the human realm. It shows pretty clearly how unwavering faith, ethical conduct, and diligent practice as laid out in the Dhamma lead to these profound and, importantly, measurable outcomes. Outcomes that are recognized and even celebrated by divine beings.
Yeah, that validation from the Devas and Brahma is striking.
It's a powerful reminder, isn't it, that the principles of deep understanding, mindfulness, ethical living, they're universally applicable and, well, eternally rewarding.
So here's something to think about, maybe mull over after listening. Consider for a moment, how might understanding the journey and the transformation of someone like King Bimbisara from a human ruler to a divine being, still actively on the path to liberation, how might that reshape your own perspective on the ongoing journey of learning and self-discovery in your life?